Hello, I am Sai Bhavna and I am recording this video for UXT class assignment 1, where I'll be talking to an international student about the struggles that they faced when they first transitioned from their home country to UF and United States in general. So we'll be recording this video to help us with the assignment later on and for our data analysis plan ahead in the assignment. So we'll be giving insights of what struggles they faced when they transitioned, what all they have to do when they transition from their home country to United States and UF. So hello, I welcome you to this interview and thank you so much for giving me your time. So if you're comfortable with this, can you please tell me more about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hi, Bhavna. So
Hi.
this is Prapti. This is Prapti Akolkar. So I am a spring 2022 CS graduate, CS MS and CS student, and I came to US on December 23rd night, almost 11:40 or 12. I landed, and so I'm from Hyderabad, and my I'm a 2020 graduate. Sorry, I'm a 2020 undergraduate student, and I have an experience of 1.5 year in Deloitte as a advisory analyst. And as soon as I left my job, I came to US, and there was no gaps in there were no gap in between. And now this is my second semester, and yeah, I'm enjoying my master's.
Okay, that's nice. So you said that you came on December 23rd, 2021, is it right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, this might sound a bit personal, but how old were you when you came to US?
Yeah, so when I came to US, I was 22 years old, and now in this April, I became 23.
Okay, that's kind of a pretty young age to come to another country. So, was this your first international travel, or did you travel to another country before, or have you lived anywhere before this?
No, this is my first international travel, and so it's been smooth so far, and uh, yeah, this is my first international travel.
Oh, okay. So you said that you come from India, right? So
Yeah.
would you like to tell me more about the place where you come from and the part of the country where you stayed? Like how was it and how's it anything that will give us more insights?
Yeah, sure. So I come from Hyderabad, Telangana,
Mm-hmm.
which is in the southern part of India. And I'm actually my native is in Maharashtra, but I've been born and brought up in Hyderabad, and it's a very pleasant and bustling city. It's just uh, so full of masters in computer science.
Mm.
Everyone in Hyderabad is so passionate about it, and I had so many friends
Mm-hmm.
who were about to do their masters, who were already doing masters, and who were actually coming with me to their masters. So
Yeah.
I have five of my friends who are from the same college now, in the same term that I am in,
Okay.
and yeah, so it's just been a almost kind of similar environment there as well, and here as well. The
Mm-hmm.
same kind of passion I see there in that city, and the same kind of passion I'm seeing here in all the students around me. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
just lucky to be in this environment.
Yeah. So I mean, you can draw a lot of what should I say, parallelism between
Parallels.
Hyderabad and here, right?
Yeah.
So you said you traveled for the first time internationally, so obviously that would have been a very different experience, a daunting experience, if I can use the word. So,
Yeah.
any small anecdotes or anything you would want to tell about how your journey was when you traveled to UF?
Yes, sure. So my University of Florida admission, I got admitted in the month of October,
Mm-hmm.
and by that time, I think the situation of COVID was almost kind of uh, a moderate or even below moderate in India. Like there were so many less cases coming up, and we everyone thought that the travel was almost very safe now. But then by November end or December starting, again the cases just rose up like anything in India, and the same was the case in US and everywhere. And so the travel at that time didn't feel very safe, and my visa interview was also in the first week of December, and everything was just so chaotic because nothing was certain, and I had already resigned from my job, and it was just nothing was it was just so uncertain, and we were not able to decide if will even go in this semester,
Yeah.
because everyone was talking that the travel would get banned, and then the boundaries would get closed and
Yeah.
there'll
Yeah.
be no flights. Even if we booked our flight, we didn't know, it was so uncertain that we didn't know when the travel would get closed and we'll
Yes.
get stuck in India. We'll have to do an online semester or defer the admission. Like, there were so many confusions.
Mm-hmm.
And even so, I'll tell you one thing, that on December 2nd and 3rd, I had my visa interview, and my visa interview was in Mumbai. So I had traveled from Hyderabad to Mumbai with a laptop in my hand, because I had resigned. I was on my notice period,
Oh,
and I was not allowed any leaves.
yeah.
So I was just taking that laptop also to the visa office, and then it was like that. And then when I did my visa also, I completed my visa. I got my visa. I came out, and the same day, Mumbai boundaries were closed. Like, the Maharashtra
Mm-hmm.
boundaries were closed, and
Yeah.
there was no travel. So all the flights were cancelled, all the trains were cancelled. So our flight, which was booked from Mumbai to Hyderabad that evening, got cancelled. So I got stuck in Mumbai. I
Mm-hmm.
got stuck in Mumbai, and luckily the next day we just got one private bus and we came back to Hyderabad. So in such situation, I was like, now I got a visa, but I don't know how will I reach US if everything got the travel, if it gets banned, then what will I do? Like, it was that kind of situation. So because of COVID, everything was so chaotic, and also, like, the RGSA team who will pick up international students from the airports in US, even that got cancelled. And so the night we came to US, it was around 11:40 or 11:45 we landed, and by
Mm-hmm.
the time we, like, collected our luggages, we came out of the airport. It was almost 12:40, and since this is Gainesville, it is kind of not a very big city. It's kind of a town, and everything
Yeah.
gets closed after like 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock in the night. And since it was kind of Christmas days, everything was closed. First of all, because of that, and after 12, so we were almost like kind of 5 to 10 international students. We all
Hmm.
came in the same flight. All were standing 12:30 in the night. We didn't expect the kind of cold it here, because
Yeah.
in Florida people say that it is not that cold. So we didn't expect it. We were wearing normal jackets and everything, but then we didn't expect it to be so cold. It was almost kind of 1 degree or 2 degree in the night,
Hmm.
and we were all out with our luggages, and nobody got cabs and anything. So it's kind of, we called the seniors, something, and then we managed to, all of us, we got home, but no, none of us got home with their entire luggage. Like, everyone's luggage was sent somewhere, and we just got home that night at morning 4. So it was kind of 4 hours of struggle, kind of, for just a 20 or 25-minute journey. We had 4 hours of struggle. So it
Yes.
was that. So that was the hardest part. That day was the hardest thing. So
Yes.
I think travel was very hard because of COVID.
Clearly, clearly. No, no. The time during COVID was very unpredictable. It was too much to handle for anyone. So again, congratulations for making to US from US.
Yeah,
So
we survived
yeah,
almost every struggle.
yes. So like after you reached here, and because you told that you came during Christmas, New Year holidays, so did you have enough time to prepare for your classes, or did you have enough time to, settle down, to
Settle down.
think straight before you started your classes? Like, did you have enough time to do everything?
Yes. So the thing is that our classes started around Jan 5th or 6th,
Mm-hmm.
and we had close to 12 to 13 days to
Okay.
prepare ourselves. And then since we got here, everything was closed. We were kind of, my roommates, we were in the same flight, so
Mm.
we all got here on the same day. We didn't meet. I didn't meet one of my roommate in Hyderabad. I knew one girl, so we were
Okay.
three girls. And we had a few other girls who were staying with us because they didn't get their room on
Mm-hmm.
time. And so it was kind of 6 or 7 of us staying in same apartment. And because since it was Christmas, everything was closed, we were also at home because we didn't had anything. We were there were so many things to set up, like the Wi-Fi setup, the house setup, everything. But then because everything was closed, everyone was stuck up in this apartment.
Yeah.
But that was good in a way because I made friendships,
Mm.
and we just got open up. We talked to each other a lot
Yeah.
in that time. In the first 3 or 4 days, we got to know so many people. And then because there was nothing to do and there was no Wi-Fi, we just spoke a lot.
Mm.
If So that was the thing. So and then slow, because we had that kind of 10 days, even 3 or 4 days we just spent at home. We were still able to prepare ourselves for the
Yeah.
next, because we had another week before our classes
Yes.
started. So I came well in advance, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it does sound like you had time to settle down and
Yeah,
then, slowly start classes and
yeah,
university. So good. That's
yeah.
good, actually. So visa done, travel done, settle down done. So now the biggest thing for anyone when you're traveling, where would you stay is something that's always there. So where do you stay actually? On campus, off campus, and how far is it from the campus wherever you stay?
Yeah, so I stay off campus. I stay in Stone Ridge Apartments. It's in the southwest part of Gainesville, and so it's kindly around 20 to 25 minutes from the university.
Mm-hmm.
And the commute is also very, I'll say, very easy and very simple, because we have a lot of buses that go to the university.
Okay.
And the frequency of the buses is also very good. It's kind of around 10 to 15 minutes. We have
Mhm.
a bus. And I never faced an issue to reach my university. So in terms of transportation, the apartments that I stay in, it is kind of, uh, it is well equipped with bus stops. So we don't have just one; we have three bus stops
Mhm.
in my locality, and so I never faced any issues in transportation.
So you said that where you stay is kind of like 20-25 minutes. So like, did the university help you in finding your housing, or was it your own efforts in finding your house and your flatmates and everything? Like, was it your complete efforts?
Yeah, so I would say it was my and so Divya is my roommate.
Uh-huh.
So she is also from my neighborhood. Like we
Okay.
stay in the same colony in
Mm-hmm.
Hyderabad. So we both only kind of Googled everything and bought the apartment. And also we didn't get any help from the university in this thing, in the housing matters.
Mm-hmm.
So it was Divya. So Divya has a sister, Deepthi, who was also from the same university,
Okay. Huh.
and she graduated in the month of May 2020.
Okay.
So she also stayed in Stonebridge, and she suggested us Stonebridge and Niche
Okay.
apartments. And then we sorted out Stonebridge as uh, because we like the surroundings, and there were so
Mm-hmm.
many people also coming to Stonebridge only, and
Yeah.
we thought that it'll be good if we stay with our friends,
Yeah. Right.
because yeah, there were less people opting for Niche than Stonebridge. And then
Yeah.
uh, this was the reason we took Stonebridge.
Yes. So, okay, house now that we have ticked off housing as well from your list of things to do. So, I mean, there would be something that would be going around in your mind, right? When you're traveling for the first time to completely different country, attending a university which you've never been to. So, was there something that bothered you, or was your main concern before you came to UF? Like you were very worried about something before coming here. Was there something like that?
So I had my concerns. So my biggest concern is that I never stayed away from my parents, first of all. So all my schooling, all my engineering and everything was in Hyderabad. And since I was never away from my parents, this was the first time
Mm.
um, I was going to be so away from them. So that was my first concern, that how would I be able to adjust with my roommates, and that too for so long. If I had any concerns, I would not have anyone to go to. So I will only have myself to rely on. So
Mm.
that was my biggest concern. And the second concern was because of COVID. Uh, there was kind of in the month of May, not in month of May, sorry, in the month of July. So uh, I got fever, and I had developed almost every symptom of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So I got myself tested. It was negative, but two of my roommates, they were not here in Gainesville, and they were out of Gainesville that time. And so I was single-handedly handling myself at home. And since I developed every symptom, but it was not giving me a positive result. I was COVID negative, but I had all the symptoms, and I lost my sense of taste and smell as well.
Mm.
So, that was a time I did cope up with it, I think, very well, because in the next 1 week I got myself again going running. I just ran in the surroundings and everything,
Mm.
because just 1 week before I was so weak I was not able to get up from my bed,
Yeah.
and 1 week later I took myself for a run. So that was the one time. So that was it. And what else? I just can't remember that.
That is, I mean, yeah, health is one of the
Health was
biggest
the,
thing
yeah,
that anyone gets concerned about when you're moving to a different place, and apart from, like, staying away from your family for the first time, leaving them behind.
yeah.
So, like, keeping these aside, how should I put it? Like, when you first came to UF, you might have thought that, suppose let's take like, let's suppose that you had something in your mind that this might be something like this, and suddenly you see something opposite happening. So was there something that you were extremely shocked by, or that you were like, oh, this is completely unexpected, I never thought this would have happened here? Was there something that happened with you?
Yeah, so I'll tell you one incident. So I had taken maths for intelligent systems as a
Mm-hmm.
subject in my first semester. So we had not just me, but all my roommates and everyone who was taken the subject. We had expected the subject to be theoretical, or kind of related to, inclined to maths a bit, and not coding. But the
Mm-hmm.
thing is that the lecturer, what our professor did is that in the mid of the semester he felt that the subject is going nowhere, and what he did is that he came up with coding and everything, and he kind of merged coding and maths, and he just tried to make the subject more interesting.
Mm.
But by doing so, what happened is that we had to focus on two things now, not just maths, but also coding, maths and coding.
Yeah.
So that was the thing. And what happened is that, so in one assignment, we tried. So that assignment was an open book assignment. So we everyone can sit and solve it together, and we can submit it. So
Mm-hmm.
that was allowed, and we all there was one question nobody was able to solve it, and we so when there was a class in which we asked him that we were not able to solve this question, can you please tell us how to solve it? So what he did is he didn't solve it, but he just uploaded the question on a tool that solves maths questions, and then the tool gave him 92 pages of answer. So that 92 pages of answer, so everyone was like, are we supposed to do this as an assignment? Because
Yeah,
uh,
92
it,
pages.
it's not practical.
Yeah.
So that was it. And at the end of the class, the professor just asked one thing, that if, what do you feel? Is it fair for me to ask this kind of question in the midterm? So everyone was like, I don't think, because midterm is just for 2 or max case 3 hours, I think, not more than that, and nobody will be able to solve a 92 pages
Mm.
answer in that. So that was the thing that I was taken aback, because I never thought that a professor would expect so much from a student, and that too in one assignment, in which
Hmm.
he had kind of 8 or 9 questions, and this was one among the questions.
Mhm. Yeah.
So this was the one thing that really shocked me. But then the entire class just told the professor that we are not comfortable solving this kind of questions or this
Mhm.
level of questions. We first need a very base level foundation for us to go to those kind of questions. And the
Yeah.
professor really understood us. And then from the next assignment, we didn't get such kind of questions. So that was one point.
This is really interesting. Like, I never thought that this can also be something that people would be encountering. But like, this was on the academic front. Something
Yeah.
personally that you found shocking, or something that you encountered where you were like literally taken aback and you were like, this is not something that happens back in my home country. This is the first time I'm seeing this here. Like, anything that you had like that.
Okay. Uh, Let me think.
Maybe, I mean, it could be anything, like maybe culture shock, food shock, or anything that you
Yeah,
just
food
like,
shock.
whoa.
Yeah, so that's the one thing. So I am a vegetarian.
Oh.
So I'm a vegetarian and I only eat egg.
Mm-hmm.
That too, I only eat the white part
Yeah,
of
egg
egg
white,
and
yeah.
not even the yeah egg white. So that is the only thing that I eat. And here in United States, I never thought that I would face concern of finding food for myself. And so there was one trip that all my friends were on, and we went to Panama City,
Okay.
which is in almost kind of the west part of Florida,
Mm-hmm.
the west tip of Florida.
Okay.
And we went there, and I was kind of starving for 2 days. I didn't find anything to eat, and it's kind of if wherever I go, they just offered me a bread piece or just the potato sticks.
Oh.
And I don't like fried potatoes.
Mm.
So that was the thing, because I for almost straight 2 days I didn't found anything to eat. I was surviving on the potato sticks that I got.
Mm.
That was the only thing. So that is a big shock for me, that how can vegans or vegetarian people survive in such environments. I think
Yeah.
food is the biggest
Concern,
kind of
yeah.
the basic needs that we
Yes.
have. And I think there should be more kind of uh, it's just equality and everything is discussed so much. And if people really believe in such things, then I think
Mm.
equality of food is also very important.
Yes,
People
yes.
should
Food
think
is
about
important.
vegan people and vegetarian people. Just non-vegetarian options everywhere.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing. And um, hopefully, I just came back in 2 days and I ate my heart out when I
Yes.
came back to Gainesville to my room.
Yes.
That
Now that
was
you say, yeah, food is important, very important.
it.
So you mentioned the academic part before about how you felt that it was something very different, how it was being encountered or how it was being targeted here. So do you think the university can do something related to the academic front, or somewhere it can help you in, adjusting more on the academic front, or any way you think the university could have helped you more?
Yeah, sure. So I think so I'll talk about the MIS thing that happened with us.
Mm-hmm.
So I think uh, the professor actually was at the end of the semester, he was helpful, and he understood that the place that we are coming from, that we cannot focus on just one subject for the entire semester, that we
Mm-hmm.
can't put in so many efforts just for one subject. We Everyone had two more subjects to deal with. So it's just that uh, he was helpful, but then we were not sure that he'll agree to it. He'll agree to change kind of the uh, just level down some
Yeah.
on his assignments or some the midterm questions, uh, because almost the entire class was not at all in sync with the in sync with how the professor was giving assignments. So, in that front, I think he was helpful at the end of the semester, but it could have even gone wrong
Yeah.
if he did not really recognize everyone's concerns, and if everyone would have failed in that exams, or would have just got very low grades, which would have affected their entire grades for
Yes.
their masters. And I think maybe university can um, I think yes, they do take feedback from the students regarding the
Mm-hmm.
professors or the courses, but then it's just a kind of a star marking, or out of 10, how would you rate the
Yeah,
professor,
right.
or kind of thing. But they are not very they can conduct some awareness, or
Mm-hmm.
something more than that, just not rating a professor or just not rating a course. Maybe we can also give a feedback on how the entire course was there, or the kind of difficulties we faced,
Yeah.
or even what was good in that course. That
Mm.
would also help a lot. I think what was good in the course, how students feel it was very good, they can implement it again and again.
Yeah,
So
right.
so I think just not just a rating, but a paragraph kind of answers, or something. If anybody has concerns, they can, you know, have have something that they can give them to write about, and not just a rating, or a 5-star rating, or a 10 about 10 rating
Yeah.
kind of thing.
So, yeah, I mean, this is one thing about the academic front. Now that, I mean, you've told that you've already been here for like what, past 8 months, I think, in
Yeah,
US and in
yeah.
UF. So, do you think that there could have been something that the university could have done when you were coming to UF, like when you were transitioning from your home country to UF? Do you think the university could have helped you in any way, or you could have, taken help from the college in any way before you started your classes?
Uh, no, yes, about taken help, I'll come later about it. But there's another point that I want to tell. So, regarding housing,
Hmm.
so the university dorms so the university dorms are actually very we stay kind of 10 to 20 to 25 minutes from the university, because it is kind of cost effective. But if we choose to stay in the university dorms or any of those things, I don't understand one thing: why is it not in sync with the cost that we get with the apartments that are kind of off campus, that are
Yeah,
not
okay.
in the university. They are very the cost difference is very high. Like
Mm-hmm.
the difference is high. It's not kind of just a bare amount of difference that people would compensate, and then it would compensate because we stay close to the university. It
Mm-hmm.
would not compensate. So I just have concerns that why is it that costly on the university when compared to just 20 minutes or 10 minutes away from the
Yeah.
university. It's not that costly. Why is
Mm.
it so costly there? So I think university can do something about that thing,
Yeah.
the housing part
Mm-hmm. So,
also.
I mean, yeah, I mean, that pretty much sums up the entire thing that I wanted to ask you. But is there something that you want to add more, or do you feel that I might have missed, or do you want to talk about something that you actually thought was a problem in your eyes, but I never saw it? Like I forgot to ask or something. Maybe when
Um,
I mean, maybe with how you had to set up your house in terms of water, electricity, anything that comes to your mind when you think of, oh, this was a culture shock for me, or something like that. Like I might have missed something. You want to talk about something?
mm, I'm just thinking about those things, because it has been 8 months now.
Yes, exactly. I mean, from what I've heard you speaking, I can see that you had people around you who could help you with your process of settling down and everything. So
Yeah,
I think it was a pretty fair and smooth
smooth
process for you
smooth
as compared
process.
to others who did not have support. So you were lucky in that sense, obviously.
Yeah.
So Yes, that is good. And so you're working part-time on campus right now, or are you
Yes,
doing anything?
yes,
So
I work
how's your
part-time.
part-time?
Yeah, the part-time goes very well, and I work at Starbucks
Uh-huh.
in Rides Union,
Mm-hmm.
part of campus. And since I'm a vegetarian, in the starting, I just choose Starbucks because of the coffee and drinks that we make, and there's nothing involved which I have to go out of my boundaries or comfort zone. So drinks are my comfort zone, and that was the reason I started working at Starbucks.
Yes.
But then through the process, I really enjoyed the way they make their drinks, their recipes. I
Mm-hmm.
got to learn their recipes. Now I'm kind of I'm kind of very good at the recipes. I almost know almost every drink that they
Yeah.
make there. And I love experimenting
Uh,
while I'm at work. So if I get some time, I make different kinds of drinks. I make my friends drink them. I make myself drink, even if it is nasty. Still, they have to drink it. Still, I have to drink it. I just have that rule that I don't completely waste it. So
yeah.
and I also get so many drinks from my friends, and that is it's kind of a pleasure that I can make it.
Mm-hmm.
People here just go to Starbucks whenever they have free time, just for their time pass. Whenever, like, the entire day, if it is a long day and
Yeah.
they want coffee, everyone goes to Starbucks. And
Starbucks.
and I can proudly say that I know the entire recipes.
Yes.
So that is kind of a show off for me in front of my friends here.
Yes.
And everyone, whenever they go to Starbucks, they call me to ask me that what should I order? What would be good? Tell me. I want to experiment something else. So
Mm-hmm.
that is the thing. So that is a fun part of the part-time thing, but it also tires me a lot at the end of the day because we have to stand, we have to run.
Yes.
It is just standing and running at Starbucks. So that is there.
Yes. Nothing comes for free, as they say.
Nothing comes for free.
I mean,
The show off never comes for free.
yeah, never, never. That's good. That's good. I'm glad that you're having a great time at your part-time. So honestly, this pretty much sums up everything because we talked about your travel, your struggle with your visa, everything, your housing, your part-time, your college, your courses. We talked about everything. And I am so happy that you had fun time settling down. You had your own share of struggles, but then, yes, everything is a learning process. So thank you so much for being a part of this assignment, and thank you for giving us your time. And that's
It's my
all.
pleasure.
That's
It
all
was
that
lovely,
is.
lovely talking to you, Bhavna.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
That's it. Thank you.